Now let's get down to brass tacks. Today's or this week's practical assignment is going to move you up a level. It's going to give you practice in some of the things we've been doing, and it's going to sharpen your chord and scale spelling skills. I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps that I'm asking you to do on this first one, and then I'll let you guys do the second, third, and fourth examples. All right, so first step, listen to the music. Hey, it's music, so let's listen to it, okay? I changed the sound to an organ. You can change the sound to whatever you want to. I think I kind of like the organ for this stuff because it's very churchy. Okay, there we go. Listen to the music. I hope you closed your eyes. Okay, now below the staff, for every chord, write the interval from the bass note to each of the upper voices. Write the interval from the bass note to each of the upper voices. This is how we get our figures. Put them in order from highest to lowest using 8 for octaves and separating each number with a slash. So you'll click into the first one and notice the 853. So here we go. Let's do this step. 853 there. I go in there and you can see it's 853. Now I'm going to go to the next one. Also 853. Now this one, let's see. Let's go from E to C is a 6th. Good. From E to G is a 3rd. Good. And from E, oh, it's another C. So that's a 6 and a 3. Nothing else to see here, folks. Moving on. Now, so I'm doing a pass where I'm just doing the intervals from the bottom. From G to B is a 3. From G to G is an 8. So here's a G, here's a G. That's an 8, so I'll put it here because 8 is higher. And then from G to D is a 5. All right, 8, 5, 3. Okay, and now I'm going to go over here. From F to D is a 6. From F to G, whoa, from F to G, well, that's a 2. That's weird. Well, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. I just know that from F to G is a 2. So I'm just going to go with that. And then from F to B is a 4. Right? We know these things. Now I'm going to put that in order. Cool. Okay. Moving on. From E to C is a 6. From E to G, that's a 3. And from E to C, oh, it's another 6. Okay, so that one's done. I'm going to double click into the next one. From G to B is a 3. Now this is weird. I have to remember that this half note is being held over. Oh, we got to remember that this G here is held out. So from G to G, that is an octave. So I put that 8 there. And then from G up to D, that's a 5th. Cool. It doesn't seem to like it when I tab in these situations. Okay, finally, from C to G is a 5th. From C to E is a 3rd. And from C to C is an 8. Now, I know that I'm going to abbreviate some of these, but I'm not doing that now because I want to get my arms totally around the idea that these figures are telling me the intervals from the bass note to the notes above. That's what figures are. That's the history of figures. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3, write the root and quality of each chord above the staff. Well, that sounds fine. You might consider typing each of the notes, arranging them in skip order, determining the root, and then deleting the other notes. Well, that's crazy talk. I don't know what that's about. Let's find out. Okay, so I've got my C. I know that's a C chord. I know that's an F chord. And I know that's a C chord. Even though it's got an E in the bass, it's a C chord. All right, now I tap in here. That's the last one. And I go there. And now I'm just going to collect the notes. D, G, oops, D, G, B, G. Now I want to turn that into skip order. Well, I'll get rid of the one that's there already. And let's see, from D to G, is that a skip? No. Let's see. D, E, F, G. No, that's a fourth. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to put it, well, if I put it there, what happens? G, D, B. That's not even in alphabetical order. How about that? Yes. G, B, D. Okay, so I know that that is a G chord. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of those. And I'm going to leave it there. It's a little crowded there. Maybe I'll move that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, this one. I press the K key while selecting the top note. That did not work. Makes me sad. Okay, fine. I will select the most recent. Oh, it's because I had the caps lock key. Foiled. Now all is well. Note to self. Don't try to do stuff with the caps lock key on it. Note flake. Ruins my life. Okay, but now I got a B. I got a G. I got a D. And I've got an F. Those are all of these notes. I'm working on figuring out what the name of the chord is. Now, many of you already know. You look at this and you think, oh, well, that's a... I'm not going to tell you yet. You know what the chord is. But for the benefit of everybody else. Okay, B, G. Well, let's see. From B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, that is a long way away. So that is not skip order. So I'm going to get rid of that. G is a... I've gotten rid of the... Could a B go there? Yes, it could. So what chord has a G, B, a D, and an F? Well, it's actually a G7 chord, a dominant 7th chord. So if this is not totally familiar with you yet, that's okay, because doing this will help. That's why it's practical. All right, now let's go to E, C, G, C. Let's put that one in there. E, C, G, C. Well, again, look, I gotta figure out where to put this E. Well, E, if I go from E to C, that is not skip counting. So that's gonna go. And I'm gonna put it, well, I'm gonna put it right there because I know what I'm doing. C, E, G is the chord, and that is a C major. Notice, we don't have to put the quality unless it's, for today, unless it's minor, right? But you know that. Okay, it's not C minor, it's C major. Okay, now I'm going to go to this next one. G, B, G, D, that's a G chord. Now I know that this is a C chord too. Oh, you know what? As a little tip to myself, I can look down here. If it's an 8-5-3, I just know that it's a root position chord, and I can just look down there. That's kind of fun. All right, finally, then go back to the analysis below the staff and add the Roman numeral. Okay, now this is the easy part, kind of. So I'm in the key of C. You see the C there. It's a G chord here. Well, what's G in the key of C? It's a 5 chord. Whoops, that's not a 5. 5 chord, uppercase Roman numeral. Press the tab key. G7, it's a 5 chord. Okay, and then the C chord, C. C is, what is C in the key of C? C in the key of C is a 1 chord. How about G in the key of C? Gosh, you know, it's like there's just a lot of G's and C's here. It's getting easier. Okay, and then C in the key of C is a 1 key chord. 1 key, 1 chord. My son is playing Valorant in the background, so that's a good time too. All right, now you know what to do, and you've got the tools you need, and if you're like me, you can't stand seeing these things all clustered up there. Lower them down with the arrow keys. Give everybody a little room, and done.